guys, how y'all doing? My name is Brittany and let's talk about books. So today I'm doing yet another writing update. Wow, big shocker. This one is kind of a NaNoWriMo plotting, planning update because by the time my vlog goes up for October, it's already going to be November and you're not going to do anything, and I kind of just want to talk about you, and I might do a few more videos on the topic of NaNoWriMo. I've already done one and it was a NaNoWriMo tips video, so I might make another one or another few, I'm not quite sure. It depends if I can come up with an idea for them, but right now I'm kind of just talking about what's going on, what I'm writing, my goals for NaNoWriMo, that sort of thing. How plotting my novel for NaNoWriMo is going, stuff like that. So in my writing vlogs over the past couple of months, I've talked about Lost Girl and Rewind. Those are the two main projects that I've been talking about. Lost Girl I'm hoping will be completed this month and sent off to my friends to read if they do so desire, if I feel like sending it. And I want Rewind to be plotted, and I want the characters to be planned out for NaNoWriMo, because I'm working on Rewind for NaNoWriMo. I've had this idea in my head for this novel since May, and I really just want to write it, and I can't believe I've had it in my head for that long, but I just really want to write it, and I'm excited. I've been waiting for NaNoWriMo specifically to start this novel, and I'm really excited. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly talk about my goals, and then I'm going to kind of get into how the plotting is going along so far in the month. As I'm filming this, I don't know when I'm going to upload this, but as I'm filming this, it's the 5th of October. My cats are meowing outside my door. But my goals for NaNoWriMo, the first one is the standard word goal of 50,000 words in the month. So that's 1,667 words per day. I want to vlog like I do every month for my writing, but I kind of want to do daily clips, whether, that be me actually talking about what I'm doing, or if it's a clip of me actually writing, or if it's just like a clip saying, oh my god, I'm so done, just like clips daily is kind of my goal. But yeah. And then I also want to write every single day. So I did manage to do that during April Camp NaNoWriMo, and I would like to be able to do that again. It may or may not be possible because November tends to be a busy month for me. I have my yearbook class after school. That takes up a lot of time because I'm there after school until 4:30, and actually tomorrow I am at school till 9, taking pictures of an event for yearbook. So if I have days like that again in November, I may or may not be able to write every day, just depending on how tired I am, how motivated I am, that sort of thing. I'm hoping that I can write every single day and meet the goal every single day, so that I can stay on track. I never want to be behind. I love being ahead because then, there's that feeling of secureness that you can fall behind a little bit and not write for a day and it'll be fine. So I like to be ahead. But yeah, so those are just my goals for NaNoWriMo. If I come up with any more, I'll make sure to talk about them in my October writing vlog that will be uploaded at the end or the beginning of the month. So yeah, now let's talk about the plotting of Rewind. I did a writing update a little bit ago of Lost Girl and Rewind, I believe. I don't remember what I talked about in that video regarding Rewind, but plotting is meh. I can't find the right method for me to plot. Plotting has never really been a thing that I've done prior to discovering the writing community and discovering, the booktube community on YouTube. I've never really plotted before. I'd write a little bit of what I wanted to happen, I'd write a little bit of character profiles, but I never actually thoroughly tried to plot a novel before starting to write it. Lost Girl was my first time doing that, and it's almost my first completed novel, and that's never happened before because I never outlined. Every time I would start to write a novel, I'd either lose motivation through 20 pages in, or I would be done the story within 30 pages or 60 pages, and that would be it. Now here's Lost Girl at over 200 pages, and that has never happened before. So I don't know how long I want this novel to be. I want it to be a decent size, because like I said, I want to print this book out, and I would like it if it could be like 300 to 350 pages at least, hopefully, because Lost Girl will probably only be 300 pages, maybe at least. So I don't know, I'd like it to be a decent size. So anyway, so I've tried numerous ways of planning out this novel. I can't figure out what's working for me and what's not working for me. So at the moment, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just think of it as a beginning, middle, and end, thinking of what I want to happen in each thing. So I plotted out the beginning today, and that's what's on here, and I was about to start plotting the middle. And this way seems to be working so far, but then again, I've already had the beginning pretty much plotted down to a T. There's a few things I don't really know what's going to happen, and I'm going to talk about, like, I'm going to plan that out more in depth when I do my chapter outlining. But I've tried the snowflake method, and I got up to step 3, where you create a one-page summary for each main character. So I've done Jo. I've done her summary. She's the main character, the protagonist. But I haven't done anybody else's. I started Peter's. I just never finished it. But I did Jo's. And so that was one way. But I didn't really like this way so far because I'm having trouble. Like, I still want to do it. Like, I really want to complete the snowflake method. But I'm just finding it kind of hard to figure out what other characters are doing and not just my main character. Like, what's the story from their point of view? I'm not quite sure. So let's say if I were to start, like, if I decided I don't want to write in Jo's point of view anymore, I want to write in Peter's point of view, what would the novel be, you know? It's hard to see past my main character sometimes. First kind of way I decided to start planning this novel was just scene planning, in no particular order. So I just started writing down a bunch of scenes that I wanted to happen, and I still want to work on this a little bit because I might just get a random scene idea and I want to write it down in this kind of master scene list. And then I'm gonna, like, I put on the side here what chapter I think it should go in, I'm thinking. So if you guys don't know what this novel is, it's a story about a girl named Jo Carter, and she's kind of your average stuck-up popular girl in school, and she has kind of gone off course in her life. She used to be very motivated, and she used to be an aspiring author, and she was just a great, nice human being. And then high school started, and she became this completely different person, and her mom doesn't like that. And so Jo does something. I haven't decided what she's going to do yet, but she's going to do something bad, and her mom is going to get really upset and ground her. And then while Jo is grounded, she can't go anywhere but school. And then her mom is going to take her to a garage sale or to an antique store and just browse around. And Jo's not going to be happy about it because Jo doesn't like doing that sort of thing, and that's kind of part of her punishment, is accompanying her mom doing this. And her mom is going to come across a typewriter, a nice, beautiful conditioned typewriter from the 1950s. And she's going to buy it for Jo against Jo's wishes. Jo does not want the typewriter. Jo's like, don't buy that for me. I'm not going to use it. It's a waste of your money. Go away, Mom. But her mom decides to buy it for her anyways, in hopes that it'll make Jo want to write. And Jo ignores the typewriter for days, maybe even weeks, until she gets annoyed at her mom's nagging and decides, I'm bored, I've got nothing to do, I'm gonna write something. And she ends up in the 1950s. She gets to the 1950s, she accidentally breaks that typewriter, and so she can no longer go back to 2016 to present day. And she's stuck in the 1950s until she can find a way to fix the typewriter. So she's gotta just chill in the 1950s, and she ends up really liking it there, and she may or may not want to leave. I don't know. I haven't quite plotted out the end yet. Oh, so I think she's gonna go to the 1950s in the 3rd chapter. Anyways, so I've tried plotting it this way. I've tried doing it jumping straight to chapters, because originally I was going to do scene and then put those scenes in the chapters, but then I decided just to go straight to chapters, and I can't do that. It's not working that well. So I'm going to do beginning, middle, end, and then put into chapters, I think. I don't know. And this is kind of just like the rough draft of the chapters. I'm actually going to be putting them onto index cards just because I think it's more fun that way. Also, before NaNoWriMo actually starts, I want to write a scene or a chapter or just something for this novel. I kind of want to write a scene set in 2016 and then write a scene set in the 1950s, just so that I can get a feel of the world for both, because I've never jumped into NaNoWriMo writing a new project, and I don't want to start off with a slump. I think I want to try and write the first chapter before NaNoWriMo starts, or write the first scene before NaNoWriMo starts, just so that when I start, I'm already going to have something to put onto the page, and I can add to it. So I can just do like the bare bones of it and then go back in and add more. Because I think that it would be more beneficial to do that, because that way I'm starting off with something that gets the creative juices flowing. Or maybe just even write the first sentence. I don't know. But I really just want to make sure that when NaNoWriMo starts, I do not get stuck. At least not right away. I would like for the month to at least get off to a good start. I hate plotting. I hate outlining, and the reasoning for that is I realize how bad I am, and when I start plotting, I basically lose a lot of interest in the story, just because I'm realizing how hard it's going to be. But you know, when you get that new shiny idea and you start writing it right away, you're really excited about it. But now that I'm plotting it out, I'm really scared, and I talked about this in one of my last writing updates, where I'm just so scared to start over and to start this novel, because no matter how excited I am for it, and I have this beautiful image in my head of what it looks like. I have this beautiful image of the 1950s, and you know, Joe going on a date with Peter, and it being really romantic and really cute, and then, you know, I just have this perfect imagery in my head, and I'm just scared I'm not going to be able to do it justice on paper. I know it's not going to be exactly how it is in my head, I do know that, but I want it to resemble it. Do you guys ever do that where you like, you envision your story in your head and it like plays as a movie in your head, and then you try and like think of it as a movie and you're trying to like write it down? Like, you know what, like, okay, do you ever watch a movie or like a show or it's like anything on TV and you like put it into your head as like a book with like descriptions and stuff of what they're doing, like, oh, they push their hair back as they're pushing their hair back in the show? Do you ever do that? I find that helps me. And when I write, I kind of do reverse that. I write down and I picture what it would look like as a movie in my head, and I picture my characters doing these things just so I can get as accurate as possible. Is that making any sense? That's making perfect sense to me. But I have this whole beautiful movie of this book in my head, and I'm just really scared that it's not going to come out that way. Especially since I'm deciding to do this as a NaNoWriMo project, not just as a random project. But I want to be pushing 50,000 words, hopefully, of this novel during during November, and I'm scared that it's not gonna be good. I don't know, I'm really hoping that it's gonna be good. Anyways, plotting for NaNoWriMo is going okay. I'm hoping that it'll be better soon. You guys can watch my October writing vlog that'll be up later this month to get more details. But yeah, I need to go. So thank you guys for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Comment down below if you're participating in NaNoWriMo 2016, and I'll subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
I have a hair in my mouth. It's like cat hair. This happens way too often. I just got an idea. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I just got an idea. I need... I love when I get ideas. I just got another great idea. Oh my god, oh my god. Why am I doing this to myself?